Hey guys, my name is Will, and today we're going to be building this custom slider in Squarespace 7.1. You can see it moves around, it's awesome. You got text and buttons over it, so let's jump in and do this. All right, first things, let's look at what we're doing here. So first we're gonna create a new page, then we're gonna add in the HTML, and then jump in the CSS. I'm not gonna go over what any of this content is, what the HTML is, what CSS is, but I'm going to show you what elements you need to change in my pre-populated HTML and CSS to make it yours and make it custom. So first thing, let's create a new page, remove all the content, and get us going. So here I am in my test site. I'm gonna go to here, I'm gonna hit new page, I'm gonna hit blank page, and then slider page. So let's edit this. Let's add in my header section. We'll just make that blank because we're not gonna want anything. And I'm gonna throw one more thing below it just so we can show what it looks like. So the first thing, we need to add a code block in here. I'm gonna add this code block and now delete this text block because we don't want any other blocks in here besides our code block. I'm also going to change the section height to medium. It can be small or medium, but it can't be large. Section width has to be large, not medium or small for this to work. Now let's grab the code snippet that's going to go in here. So I'm going to go back here. I'm going to copy and paste all of this code, copy, Control C, and just paste it in here. Boom, there we go. So now we have the base outline of what this is. We got our first image, text, button, image, text, button. So now let's go in and change up this HTML to have the images that you want. Now, in order to do that, we need to upload them into our custom CSS area. So I'm going to go to Done, I'm going to go back, I'm going to get Design, Custom CSS. Then at the bottom, you're going to see Manage Custom Files. I'm going to hit that, hit this plus icon, and these are the three images I want to upload: ice and leaves, leaves and sticks, logs. So I'm going to double click on that, upload it, click on the next one, upload it, just upload all three of our images here, boom, boom, boom. And now you can see they've all been uploaded. Now if you click on one, the URL is gonna paste in there. So I'm going to Control C, copy that, hit edit, pop into our code and paste it in to, I'm gonna scroll down, so here's my code right here. I'm gonna scroll down to my first image source, paste it into the URL between the quotes. So notice this quote is still here and this quote is still here. This means source. So the image source is this URL. So make sure the formatting is the same. I'm gonna hit apply, save. Now let's delete this and grab our next image. Okay, there we go. We got all three of our images in there. Now let's change around some of the text that we want. If you double click on it, you'll see we've got within the slideshow container, we got our first div here, which is my slides. So each div that has a class of my slides, that is going to be its own slide. If I scroll down, here's its own slide. So within this first div that is my slides, I can change up any of this text. So you can see, I'll make this say, this is going to be our ice and leaves, and it'll change down here. And then I'm going to leave that text. If you want to change the button, here is our button. It's our standard button with the classes that Squarespace automatically has. So this will change. It's our medium button with our button element. This will change as you change the styles in your style editor in Squarespace. And then just make backslash, add in the link. Maybe you want this to go to contact, and we want our, let's see, this is our sticks image down here. We want the link maybe to say, check out some sticks. And there we go, change out the link to sticks. You get the idea. I'm gonna hit apply. There we all go. So if you wanna add more slides, if you wanna remove slides, you just, to remove one, select this entire div that is my slides. If you click on div here, it'll highlight the end of that div, highlight all of that, and just hit delete, and that will totally delete one of the slides. To add another, just copy and paste. So I'm gonna still leave it at 3. At the bottom of this HTML, if we want to remove the slides, just delete one of our dots. And if you wanna add a slide, copy one of these spans, paste it in, and make sure this says slide 4. So that's how we add and remove slides. Finally, we have our script down here. This will just cycle through all of our slides that we have. We have those little 3 dots at the bottom you see. Over here, we got our little 3 dots. The dots in the HTML will add and remove these dots, and then we also have these. So the JavaScript's just gonna cycle through that. So you can just hit apply, done, save. Now let's add the custom CSS. To do that, we need to go back to my website here. I got all my custom CSS, blah, 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 blah. It's a lot, quite a bit of it. Copy, and then paste it. Let's remove that and just paste it into here. Now we need to, it's not working because we need to apply this to the right page and remove the padding around the code block. So let's just pull up the page. So I'm gonna copy this link, open up a new incognito tab, paste it in, put in my password here. You can also just, if you wanted to, you could just make that big, but there's a lot of extraneous code in there, so I don't like doing it that way. And now let's go to our page, which is, let's look. It is, if I hit edit, gear, slider page. So I'm gonna go to this, paste in slider page. Here's our page. I'm gonna open up the developer mode and then just select this. Our collection is this up here. But actually, I think we might be applying it to the data section ID. So we actually just need to apply it to the section ID. So I'm going to highlight just this top section, content wrapper, section background, boom. Here, this is the section that we want to be applying it to. You'll see if I scroll down, if I hover over this section, it's only highlighting the section that I'm on. So I'm going to do data section ID, copy that, copy our code there, paste it in our ID with between the 2 quotes there, pasted, boom, there we go. Okay, now we're looking a lot better. Now scroll down and then our code block UI. So I'm going to then grab our code block, select just that. You can see this is our Squarespace code block. Here's our ID. Copy and paste that in there, throw it after this hashtag, and boom. There we go. Now we are all set. We have a sliding banner in Squarespace 7.1. Obviously, you can play around with the colors and stuff in your normal design mode, or you can change them within the CSS if you see them here. So I hope that helps. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe or sign up for my newsletter if you want these tutorials sent to your inbox.